I want to give you a brief overview of the operation of the report. What we're going to do is just create a report right now as we would from the very beginning. So you're going to go to your Google Drive, find your reports. In this case, I'll find sales report. I'm going to make a copy of the body of the report, open that up. This is my master that I'm going to work from. This is the one I would edit and change whenever I wanted to keep permanent changes. Once I've opened up the body of the master, I'm going to go to File, slide down, make a copy, and now I'm going to title it the property that I'm going to inspect. And in this case, 1221 Midlothian. Put it in my reports and hit OK. And now I have the working copy of the report for 1221 Midlothian that I'm going to fill in. I'm going to start with the general. I'm going to go down to, for example, I'm going to go to the different systems and I'll start with the age. It's a 6 to 10-year-old house, single family. It's dry outside. Okay, but I'm going to change this because there was some snow, so they'll put some snow in there. 31 to 45 degrees. I'm going to mark the direction. The house faces south. It's occupied, and my client is present. Now, in looking at the roof, I'll slide down to the next part. It's a gable roof. I wasn't able to tell. I'm guessing it at 10 to 20 years old. Okay, one layer. It's an asphalt roof. How did I see it? I got up on this roof, and my visibility was all. I was limited by nothing. Okay, as I mark in here, full visibility, and I found the roof condition to be deteriorated. It's an older roof that we've got. Moving on down, I want to look at other features of the roof. My valleys, I've got no valleys in this home, and therefore I must eliminate the valley condition. My flashing is aluminum. It's not fully visible. I want to look, and next is to see what kind of vents I have. I've got soffit top, but I also see over here I've got a power vent, so I insert power vent in there. The condition of those vents are fine, and my power vent is satisfactory. There are no skylights on this home. Plumbing vent is present, but I can't really see the whole thing. My gutters are aluminum, so I'm going to go down here, and that's the default, but I see these gutters also need cleaning, so I'll drop down and go cleaning as I create more of the body of the report. I've got one chimney. It's metal. It's in the center of the house. The condition of the chimney, though, this is a rusted chimney, so I'm going to mark it rusted. And make a note that the flue type is not visible. On this computer, sometimes I've got to slide over. You'll see that happen because of the type of computer I'm using. My siding type, I got a number of sidings on this home. I've got some brick, and then I've got vinyl siding. It's two different types on the home. The brick is satisfactory. I'm going to find out that the vinyl is too. I've got metal and room trim. It's in satisfactory condition. My windows, these are vinyl windows. And also, I have got a patio door and a front door, and the patio door does not lock, so I'm going to just drop that down. I've got a rear door. I've got underground electric. Condition is fine. Electric outlets are front and back, but I think I'm going to designate my front one as a GFCI, so I'm going to put that in the report. Okay, and I'll do the same thing here. Both outlets are GFCI protected. Now I'm going to move on to look at the grounds of the property. I've got a concrete walk that's in satisfactory condition. My driveway, it's a brick driveway. I've got a front and rear stoop. My front stoop is concrete, but I have a deck on the back, so my rear basically is wood entry. By improvements, we're looking for decks, patios, balconies, so in this case I have a deck. Okay, and that deck is made out of wood. Mark it that. As I inspect it, I find I've got some loose boards and I mark those in there. In the home, my window wells are fine. I've got outside spigots. These operated. There is no retaining wall, so I'll leave that blank and leave condition blank. I've got some negative grading on the south, not much, and I've got protection. So I've got gutters, I've got drain tiles, and I've got positive grade in this home for my overall condition. Okay. Now, in filling out the report further, I've got a garage. It's an attached garage. The roof, siding, everything is pretty much the same as the house. Again, this computer jumps over a bit. And I've got that. It's an asphalt material. I've got the siding is the same. Everything is the same, but I do have some rotted wood on the trim. I'm going to mark that in there. My overhead door is metal in satisfactory condition, and it did operate properly. Okay. Moving down farther, I've got no windows. My floor is fine. The side door, though, doesn't lock. So I'm going to mark that in there. Okay. The door to the house is in fine condition. Electric is good, as is the structure on the home. Moving down, I've got my central air as I see it on the outside of the house. This central air, it's the main central air unit. Okay, I can designate it that. This is an Armstrong. It is 6 to 10 years old. Now, one of the things I have the ability to do is, I've marked in here, it's not tested due to the temperature. Okay, so in that case, in the wintertime, though, I wouldn't do that. But in the summertime, I could put it operate, and I could leave that as my default all summer. But because it's winter, I'm going to have not tested due to the temperature and leave that to be my default setting. When I move down to heat, I also going to pick the brand. It's an Armstrong. I found it in the basement. Mark that in the basement. It's a forced air furnish. The age is 6 to 10 years. Another feature that I can do in this report is, let's say 6 to 10 years is an estimated age, but let's say I wanted to go ahead and put the actual age of this home. So what I can do is click inside, highlight it, and put the exact date of the home. It's a gas with ductwork. Vent pipes are not visible. The furnace operated. The heat exchanger is not visible. That's the default position. I've got a disposable filter, and I have a humidifier that operates. Moving on farther, I've got my plumbing. We'll talk about the system. I've got to identify that it's public. The shutoff's in the basement. Again, this computer jumps, so watch that. Copper material, the water pressure is accurate. My waste in here, I've got it sewer for the home. My waste material is PVC, but I also have some drains in the home that are copper drains. My condition is satisfactory. With the copper drains, those two are satisfactory. Drainage is good, but there is no sanitary pit in this home, so I'm going to mark it none. My water heater is an A.O. Smith. It's in the basement. Again, I'm picking up the age of this, and this is 1 to 5 years old, 50-gallon gas, and it's in satisfactory condition. Okay. In the home, I do have a washer. That washer was tested and it operates, and I also have a dryer that operates. As I move down, I'm filling out the entire report for the home as I see it in here too. Okay. My basement, I've got a basement with my electrical, and we're going to say 200 amps with breakers. I've got copper conduit. I've got branch wiring is good shape. Overall problems, I'm going to make a note that the cover is blocked in here. What also I can do is in the comments section, I can put some information if I click in the comments and put some information that I'd want in there, whatever I want to put, but I treat it as a word processor, and in this I can type that the cover should be cleared. Okay, and I type that in, and that now has been put into my report. Moving down, I've got my basement. Okay, and I can click on, let's see, let's move to it. There is a partially 50% finished basement. The stairs are satisfactory. Windows, doors, I've got joists. Same thing, I can only see 50%, so I mark that. They're wood, they're not fully visible because I can only see 50%. Okay, my beams are satisfactory, what I can see, but I'm designating that. I've got posts in there. Oh, again, this desktop computer is doing jumping. I'm going to mark it in here. This is 50% visible. My posts are 50% visible due to the finished basement. Okay, I've got floors, I've got concrete, but also in here I've got some carpeting in this basement in the finished portion, and that carpeting is in satisfactory condition. I marked that it's dry today. My sump pump, it's a seal that couldn't be tested. There's no backup, and there is a floor drain present. Okay, I'm going to slide down. There is no crawl space in the home. So what I can do is simply highlight this. Okay, and then I'm going to hit delete and then take that out of the inspection. Okay. Hey, going farther down, I've got the bathrooms. So I'm going to designate the bathrooms. I've got a master bath. I've got a hall bath. And then I also have a half bath. In the master bath, everything is satisfied, is defaulted to a satisfactory condition. But in here, I've got a ventilation fan, though, that runs loud. So I'm just going to change that to designate exactly what I'm finding. In the other bathroom, I've looked through it. Everything is fine in the bathroom. But in my half bath, I want to acknowledge that there is no window, and therefore I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm also going to get rid of screen because there's no screen in this bathroom. Being a half bath, there's no tub or shower. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to remove that or put none in there, designating the exact place that I have. My ventilation fan operates, water pressure, and everything is good. In my bedrooms in this home, I've only got a 3-bedroom home. So I have a designated, my master. I've got then my hall bedroom. I've got also a guest bedroom, but this bedroom does not exist. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this. Just select it, hit delete, and remove it from the report. Now I've got what the home is, a 3-bedroom home. And in the rooms, I've got a living room and a dining room and a family room. Conditions are defaulted to say basically everything's in a good condition until I go down and decide, well, I'm going to change something. In this case, I've got a window with a bad seal. And I'm going to move down, and everything else in the family room I found is fine, so I don't have to change it. In the kitchen, I then move to the kitchen. I'm going to fill out the kitchen report, find out everything is defaulted to be in satisfactory condition, but my entry door, I don't have one, so I'm going to get rid of that in there. My windows are fine. I do have some damage to the cabinets, so I'm going to designate that using the drop down. In here, I've got a refrigerator, oven, range. I got a dishwasher, a vent fan, and I do have a disposal. So I'm going to add that to it and put in that it operates. And then in the final section, I've got my interior basics where I'm going to talk about windows, stairs, fireplaces. And in this case, I'm saying I've got vinyl windows. They're double hung. I also have a wood window. It's a casement. Okay, and I've got satisfactory condition here, and it's also this casement window is difficult to lock. Okay, window screens overall are satisfactory, and so I'm in good condition there. I do have a fireplace. It is in the family room. The type of fireplace is a wood-burning fireplace with a damper that I'm going to designate once I've checked it that it's damaged, and I've got a flue that wasn't fully visible. In the home, there are a set of stairs going up. These are the main stairs to the upstairs. I found the stage is in satisfactory condition. There's no whole house fan, and I've got smoke and CO detectors that I'm making a recommendation that they be replaced. This is simple operation drop downs of reflecting the whole home. It's a finished report. It's precise. I would now take any problems I found and move them to the summary of my report.